Come on, we can't keep doing all these walk by shots. Bloody steep this. We have stunning views today. That's my view this morning. Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. Finally got myself out. It's been about 2 months. The last time I was out was Coaldale Tarn, and that was back in January. We're now early March, but the weather has been absolutely atrocious this winter. It seems like every weekend it's just not stopped raining. So there's a bit of a weather window. I've got a few days off work, so I thought I'm going to go for it. Today has been nice and sunny. Tomorrow not so good. It's meant to be clagged in and a bit of sleet later on, and then the third day it's meant to be sunny again, so we'll just have to see what it pans out to be like. We're still in winter, or just on the edge of winter now, so I'm still packing all the winter gear. I've bought my favourite tent, which if you subscribe to my channel you'll know which one that is, or you've probably clicked on the thumbnail and guessed it anyway. So I'm back in the Hilleberg Nammatj. I've left the car at home on this one because I'm going to go from Keswick all the way to Thirlmere. So I got the train in this morning at Penrith. I then got the bus from Penrith to Keswick, which actually broke down. So I was stuck on the A66 with all the other passengers for about half an hour. How does a bus break down? But it did. So my planned Wetherspoon breakfast didn't happen. Ended up missing that, so I ended up with a meal deal in Booths, and then just wandered around a few shops whilst I was waiting for my connecting bus to take me to Thirlmere. And whilst I was there, I actually bumped into one of my subscribers. So it was good to meet you, Rob, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day in Keswick. So right, trekking poles deployed, because we are getting a bit steeper now. Going to make my way up onto Clough Head, which is just behind me over there, and then over the next few days I'm literally just going to walk straight along the tops, redo all the dods. It's been a few years since I've done them. Styborough Dod, which is at the end. Last time I was there it was knee deep in snow, and then I'm just going to continue on up to Helvellyn, Nethermost Pike, Dolly Wagon, and camp round there somewhere for a second night before dropping back down into Thirlmere. So right, let's keep making our way up there. Right, the point where we go up, don't know if you can make the path out here, and then up there. Yeah, it's a bit of a steep one. Just have 5 minutes before I take it on. Look at Blencathra, looking very hazy. Skiddo's just come out of the cloud over there. Not an ounce of snow on either of them. Oh well. All that rain washed it away, I think. It is meant to be sort of -2, -3 up here tonight, so although it does feel quite warm at the moment, which is why I've still got the winter gear. Right, take on a bit of water and then we'll take on that. Come up that way. That is steep. I know the camera will make it look like it's nothing, but yeah, it's pretty vertical in some places. Just got that bit to do. Up there onto Clough Head. There is quite a thick blanket of cloud coming, and it's heading sort of over that way, so it might bypass me, I don't know. My plan was to camp on Great Dod, but when I get up onto Clough Head, if it's starting to clag in up there, then I'll just pitch up on Clough Head. It's currently 4:20, and it goes dark roughly just after 6 o'clock-ish, so I've got about an hour and a half or so. So right, let's just try not to lean back. Don't want to end up back down there again. Right, let's crack on and get this last bit done. Right, so it's starting to level out a bit, but as you can see, I'm in the cloud. It's totally clagged in, so we're heading that way. Summit's not that far. It's typical, innit? It's been a gorgeous sunny day today. As soon as I get up here, totally clagged in. And it was like this last time I was up here about 3 years ago. Exact same conditions. Oh no, it wasn't. It was like this and raining. So at least it's not raining. Right, let's keep going up. And out of the mist is the trig point of Clough Head. Well, what stunning views. Oh well, it happens, doesn't it? Right, there's no point continuing today. I haven't got much daylight. Not that that really makes much difference anyway, so I'm going to get pitched up here somewhere. Yeah, go over this area in the grass. Right. And since I've been up here, the temperatures are starting to plummet. I can feel like that wind's quite icy, so get the tent and get some warm gear on. In the clag again. Okay, so we are all pitched. I was going to film it, but with all this clag, I don't think it would have turned out very well. So there we have it, the Hilleberg Nammatj. First time out this winter, or first time out this year, 2026. I think the last time I was out in it was when I actually camped on Styborough Dod in the snow, so it's been a while. I do like the way it's the same at either end with the big air scoops. As tents go, I do like this tent, especially for these long winter camps where you're stuck in your tent. You know, when it's totally clagged in and you can't see anything. Ideal tent. So the trig point, don't know if you can make it out, is just there. I'm probably, I don't know, 100 feet or something, 100 feet away from it. So right, it's an easterly wind, which is the way the tent's pitched, with the front door facing into the wind. But it is going to change during the night, and it's going to do a 180 and spin all the way around. But it's not forecast to get over 15 mile an hour, so it's kind of nothing really. Right, let's get everything inside, get the down gear on, get a brew on, and get some food on, I think, because I am starving. So right, pitched on Clough Head summit in the Clagged, with no views. Right, let's get in. Right, so it has been a few hours since I last spoke to you. Got the down gear on, got the base layers on, so yeah, nice and toasty warm now. It's gone dark obviously, and it's also raining now. Don't know if you can hear that. It's been raining pretty much since I got in the tent, so yeah, I got the tent up just in time. Tea on the go, which is a real Nammatj meal. Ramen noodles, this one is. It's a new one, I've not tried it yet. So I'm going to have that. I've had a brew, had that earlier. And I've also got a cheeky kind of hazy Jane. So I'm going to have that with my Nammatj meal. And then for pudding, I've either got, I don't have to bring rubbish me when I come camping. I've either got a Malteser bunny, a caramel chewy bar, or a Mars bar duo. Or I might just eat all three, I don't know. I've got a couple of films to watch, so I might tuck into the chocolate as well. Bit of a short day today, so apologies for the lack of content. It's basically me coming up a very steep hill onto a very clagged in summit and then getting in the tent. But it's just the way it goes sometimes when it's clagged in like that. There's not a lot you can film. I was hoping to carry on to Great Dod, maybe even Watson's Dod, but just ran out of time and the weather turned a lot sooner than I thought it was going to do. So it kind of just brings it home, the reality sometimes of wild camping. It's not all sunsets and sunrises. Sometimes the weather's just crap and you've just got to deal with it. You can either turn around and go home, or you can get your tent up, get yourself in it, get pitched, you know, get warm, and get some food on the go, and just accept that that's the way the weather is. So tomorrow it's forecast to rain through tonight and through until 11 o'clock tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon it's meant to be cloudy, and then tomorrow evening around 5 o'clock the sun's meant to come out, and then that's meant to continue through the evening, and then the last day, which is Saturday, it's meant to be a really nice day. So if I can stick it out for tomorrow, I don't mind a little bit of rain, but if it's going to be raining all day and clagged in tomorrow, one forecast is giving sleet, so it could be a bad day tomorrow, I don't know. I'll get myself to Sticks Pass and just see what the weather's going to be like, see what time it is when I get there. If the weather's going to be better over the next few hours, then I'll carry on up to Helvellyn. If it's going to get worse, then I'll drop back down Sticks Pass and call it a day, sort of thing. So right, I'm going to have my food, have my hazy Jane and selection of chocolate, watch a movie, and I'll catch you in a bit. Right, we are all tucked up. Film waiting to go. Got to eat my Mars bar. And then I think I'm going to get some shut eye once I've watched this film. Can you hear that rain? It's going to be like that all night. I'll probably end up putting the earplugs in. Right, I'm going to sign off. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Night for now.
Well, good morning. A bit of a rough night. Blowing a gale all night long, raining halfway through it, and then it's been snowing. So it's a bit of a whiteout outside. So you can see how much snow's come down. That's my view this morning. Not forecasted. So I just checked the weather forecast and it's going to be like this all day. Completely clagged in. Fog it's giving. So just got snow on my booties. Do I hike to Helvellyn, which is about 15 miles that way, in snow, wind, and completely clagged in, or do I do a U-turn and drop straight back down and call it a day? Get a train ticket and go home early. This isn't turning into the camp that I planned. Definitely not. So I'm going to have a break. Get dressed, get sorted, and make a decision. This tent is going to weigh a ton, with it being all wet. Which, to be fair, I knew it was going to rain during the night. It was forecasted for that. But I can get as much snow off as I can. Persevere or go home. Right, I'm going to finish this, get dressed, get sorted. We'll start making a move. Okay, we are all packed up and ready to go. So let's go. Right, let's get out there, get this tent down back in the bag. Yeah, complete whiteout. See the trig point though. Right, let's get this tent down. Right then, all packed up. Leave no traces always. Somebody comes wandering along in the next 20 minutes, they're going to think, oh my god, was somebody camping here last night?
Really struggled getting the tent down. Everything was completely frozen. I think because it rained last night and then all that water's frozen. The buckles on the poles just frozen solid. Really struggled to get them undone. So I'm going to go back up to the trig point, which is just there behind me. I'm not going to hike to Helvellyn in this. If I could see and it was clear and I had nice views, it'd be quite a nice hike. I'm not bothered about hiking in the snow, but it's kind of pointless to hike to Helvellyn 15 miles in this, can't see a thing, and then pitch in a very wet tent tonight. So I think the best thing to do is just call it a day and go back down the way that I came. I've put my spikes on, chucked them in the rucksack yesterday, didn't think I'd need them. In fact, I nearly took them out because I thought I won't need them. Glad I bought them. Right, let's start making our way down. Let's get out of this. A very frozen Clough Head summit. You can actually see more of it than last night though. So that's the way I was going to go. I'm just going to head back that way. Just make my way down. Even the camera's starting to freeze up. This was not forecast. It was not forecasted to be like this. But just got to deal with it when it does. Can always come back another day. Alright, let's keep going. Not got that far to go now. I'm actually going a different way, going down sort of a less gradient way. It'll bring me out at the path down there. You probably won't be able to see it, but there's like a I think it's an old railway cart or something. I keep seeing Blencathra. It keeps appearing and then disappearing. It looks absolutely stunning with the snow on it. If it was clear, this would have been a really nice walk over to Helvellyn this morning. It really would. But it's just kind of pointless when it's like this. And to get there tonight and then pitch that tent that's just sodden, I wouldn't have been able to dry it out. Well, at least I got my snowy camp anyway. Just an unplanned one. And I'm so glad I bought my spikes. Flipping heck. I took them out of my rucksack yesterday thinking, nah, I won't need them. I did. I'm glad I put them back in. Right, let's keep heading down that way. So we're almost down. Well, back to the track anyway. Just going to go through that gate there. There is the, I think it's an old railway cart, but it's a good reference to get to, because when you get to that or before it, you then need to go up, which is where I've just come down from. I've just dropped out the cloud base. See Blencathra over there. It's all clear now down here, no wind. A little bit of snow still. So annoying, but I think if there's one thing I've learnt over the years, don't mess with Mother Nature, because this wasn't forecasted, and if it continues on into the night or through the day, when I get to camp later on tonight and pitch a wet tent, it was forecasted to be sort of -1, -2 later on. It's just going to freeze, and then I'm in a very wet, frozen tent. So I think you just got to know when to call it a day and come back another day. Got to see the snow though, so I'm happy. Right, set the spikes off and get back on this gravelly track. Right, spikes off. Don't you just love it when farmers tie gates up? So you got to climb over them. Right, I have to take my rucksack off and put these. I'll hang these off it on the back, and then we're heading that way. It does look stunning, doesn't it? I don't know how well it'll show on the camera, but with that cloud base there, yeah. So different from yesterday, so different. Right, let's put these away and then we'll continue. So I've just come through this gate and you can see the path going up. That's the way that I went yesterday, all the way up there and into the Clagged. Yeah, glad I'm not up there now. But look at it over this side. Blencathra is a little bit clear. You can see parts of Skiddaw, but then right in the distance over there, look at that blue sky there. I'm not too sure where that is. I think that is looking towards Dodd in front of Skiddaw. Could be wrong, but yeah, I was on the wrong mountain, wasn't I? Should have been over there. Never mind. So I'm just going to follow this track back down to the road and then decide whether to get a bus into Keswick or get a bus into Windermere. But I think before I do that, I'm just going to have a quick look at the weather forecast, just to satisfy myself that the weather is going to be crap today and it's not going to change, because I don't want to be getting on the bus or the train later on and the sun comes out. So yeah, get to Keswick. I might actually have the Weatherspoons breakfast that I promised myself yesterday. Yeah, that'd be a good plan. Or get to Windermere and have the booze breakfast. Yeah. Oh yeah, booze breakfast. Oh, getting hungry now. Yeah, that does sound good. Right, let's keep on going, get back down to the road. Right, so I'm back where I started the video yesterday. So I've just checked the weather forecast and I put in Seat Sandal, which is, if you know the area, it's just past Helvellyn. And this afternoon it's giving -1 to -2, and it's giving sunny and cloudy. But what that actually transpires into, I don't know. I was thinking of getting the bus to Grasmere and then go up to Seat Sandal, spend the night up there. My concern is the tent. It's obviously soaking wet through, inner and outer, and it's trying to dry that out
in -1, -2 conditions, and if it's clagged in up there and I can't see anything, it's kind of pointless. So I think what I'm going to do is head off home, get the bus to Windermere, have a booze breakfast, and get the train home. It's been a great couple of days. I've really enjoyed it. It's great to be back out in the Lake District. It's great to finally have a snow camp, although it wasn't a planned one, and it was great last night to be back in the Nammatj. So a little bit of a mix on this video. It didn't really go to plan, but we got a camp out of it anyway. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.